It is time that you know exactly how to show up online in a way that is strategic and a way that is going to yield you results. It is not okay for us to sit on the sidelines while everybody else makes money, while everybody else's business grows, while everybody else's business starts to succeed and thrives, right? But your business, for whatever reason, has been stagnant. It is a time that we rise up. It is a time that we start making more income. It is a time that we learn how to create content, how to market in a way that is biblically aligned, right? We're not throwing urgency messages on every last thing, like last call, right? Because it's not always last call. What is actually stopping someone from buying, right? You ever get those messages like, okay, I'm closing the doors today, but why is there a need to close the doors? Why is there a need for us to make people feel like it's now or never? It is because we're deceiving them into thinking it's not possible for them to join our program or buy our product or whatever. That is non-biblical marketing. What I teach in Consecration Academy is biblical marketing, and that is what we're talking about today. How do you show up in a way that is biblical and that is going to allow your audience to trust you regardless of what the entire world is doing? Before we get too deep into this, hey best friend, my name is Sienna Kubishki and I am a Christian sales coach. I teach Christian service providers and product-based business owners how to scale their business to $20,000 months using my formulated system, PMVMS, which stands for prayer, mindset, visibility, marketing, and sales, in my signature program called Consecration Academy. Let's dive into this video. Can you like this video really quick and subscribe to this channel? All right, let's talk about it. When it comes to marketing your business in a way that is effective and in a way that is Christian-like or Christ-like and ordained by God, we first have to start by understanding what is it that God wants us to do or doesn't want us to do. Number one, God doesn't want us to deceive other people. God doesn't want us to lie to other people. God doesn't want us to cheat or steal or earn money by get-rich-quick schemes, right? These are the things that the Bible tells us that we as Christians need to avoid. In fact, our entire posture as a Christian needs to be one of love. It needs to be one where we are not rushing decisions or we're not making a decision for other people. Our entire posture as Christians needs to be one where we are showing compassion and grace and love while also still holding biblically sound boundaries. Like I said in the beginning of the video, one thing that I see a lot of people do is they place urgency in their marketing. They place urgency in their messaging. Doors are closing now. Well, why are you closing doors? Do you have a legitimate reason to close doors? Because if so, that makes sense. And of course, please tell people that doors are closing. But are we closing doors just to say that we're closing doors? Because then we're deceiving people when what's actually stopping them from joining your course or program. Are you saying limited supply, running out right now on your product or service, knowing in full that you still have an entire shelf worth of things in front of you, right? Like, what is really going on here? Because the world tells us in our marketing that we need to consistently use urgency messaging. And while I'm all for urgency messaging, I think that we can do it in a different way. I think that we can do it in a, hey, I'm offering this, I'm closing these doors because of blank. I'm offering no more access to this because a new shipment is coming in, right? Like being so realistic with our clients and with ourselves. We don't always need to tell our customers and clients every little back end detail of like what's happening, but you have to know why you're closing those stores or why you're no longer selling that product. You have to know what's happening. There is this woman, I'm not going to say her name, but she's very famous in this world and she does a lot of she's a business coach. And I once bought from her and bought this course because she said, I'm giving you 24. And when I say this, you probably are going to immediately know who she is. And she has this product out and it's like, I'm going to give you 24 courses for just $24. And she runs this on an ad. So if you see any of her ads, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like it's limited because she always puts like until supplies running out or until this day. But what I have come to find out after buying this course is I've actually seen this course around a long time. I've been in business for over 6 years. She's been selling her 24 courses for $24 for the past 6 years minimum because that's how long I've been in business and how long I've been seeing it. And I remember when I went to go buy and I just felt like, oh my gosh, I need to buy this now because she's never going to sell this again. And it is now, I think I bought it 2 years ago. So it is now 2 years later, and I'm still seeing the same ad for the same product that she said was limited, that she said she's gonna stop selling, that she said that she doesn't just give away. That isn't true. She just wants to make money, and she's greedy. And I think for us as Christian entrepreneurs, we need to not be in that greedy state. And I say that with love, because when we are called out in love, we are able to change our direction, right? We're not going to do this in a greed state. We're going to do this in a love state. We're going to do this in a way that honors Christ, okay? And so for me, in my program, Consecration Academy, when I work side by side with you, it's just me and it's you, and we are working side by side, and we're coming up with your strategy, and we're coming up with what you need to be saying in your marketing, and we're coming up with how we're positioning you as the authority in your brand so that you can scale and hit $20,000 months. As we're doing this with a purpose of implementing Christ-like behavior in our messaging. We're doing this with a purpose of implementing Jesus first in our messaging. And that is why it's so incredibly important, I believe, as a Christian, that you hire business coaches that are also Christian. Because if they're not a Christian, they're going to teach you worldly principles and worldly practices that we have no business partaking in. You have no business lying and deceiving your clients. You have no business cheating people out of money. You have no business randomly hijacking up prices just because you can, even though you told yourself that you were fine over here, right? I know it's your business. You can do whatever you want. God gives us free will. But these are the things that don't align with God's heart and God's will, right? They do not align with God's heart and God's will. If you're going to increase your prices, you're allowed to do that. But let's not do it in a way where like somebody goes to your website, they are like, oh, I'm really interested. So now you've gathered cookies on them. And tomorrow they go back to the website and it's a different price. Even though in reality, it's the same, it should be the same price. Airlines do this all the time. Airlines do this, Wayfair does this, right? Where it's like a different price the very next day. We have to have discernment in Jesus. We need to be Holy Spirit led in our marketing. And it starts from, how are you rooting your personal life in Jesus? What does God tell you to do? And how are we going to change the direction of what we've been doing? Okay, friends? So take this into consideration. I actually really want to invite you into Consecration Academy. If you're watching this and you're like, oh wow, I really need that structure. I really need that support. I'm done playing it small. I need to grow and I need to scale my business. Maybe 20K is just too much for you. Maybe you just want to scale your business to 10K. We can work on that as well in Consecration Academy. Like I said earlier, Consecration Academy is a hybrid one-on-one and group coaching program. I'm going to sit with you. I'm going to help you grow. We're going to go through your mindset. We're going to go through your prayer strategy. We're going to go through your visibility strategy, your marketing strategy. We're going to go through operations, which is something I don't talk about in these videos, but operations is how is your business handled in the back end? What systems are you putting in place? How does your website look? All of these types of things, because it is time for you to grow. It is time for you to scale, and it is time for you to impact the kingdom of heaven, right? We're not sitting on the sidelines while everybody else succeeds and we're not succeeding. I'm going to succeed and you're going to succeed. So I'm inviting you into Consecration Academy. The link for Consecration Academy is down below in the description. And if you hear laughter, it's from my little baby, my child. But the link for Consecration Academy is down in the description below. I want you to go check it out. And if you need an extended payment plan, I have those options available. Do not you dare allow price of my program to deter you from applying for Consecration Academy. I got you. We can work on this together. And it is time to grow. It's time to scale your business. Click on the link below. Bye, bestie.